Hello there, people. Snow Crash here, back on Scrap World. Yeah, no, you can't drive a rock. It's not a thing yet. Okay, all right, what am I going to show you? I'm here today, back on Scrap World, doing cool things, lots of new things, spending like probably way too much time. Here we go, Snow Crash on a spider crab tetrapod thing. This is a new little thing I whipped up, and it crawls along like this. Okay, so this thing does turn, and I'll sort of show you how that works in a moment. It's probably better to speed this up just to show you. It does a very, very wide turning radius, either in the left or the right direction. Okay, now it does that using, basically I've got, and it also goes backwards. Have a look, check this out. So we can go backwards as well. So it's fully steerable, fully controllable. Now, the backwards forwards is just operated off the chair to the controller box there. And the steering is actuated from some bearings on the hind legs, which you can see there, which sort of throws out the center of gravity a little bit, but also there's a frictional thing going on, and it effectively makes it go left or right. And it works really well. I think it's pretty awesome. You could make it bigger or smaller. You could probably add some more legs or something like that. And I'll give you a bit of a look at how it's done, so maybe you can build one yourself. Yes, there's lots of connections there. Let me grab it. I'll just go back over to the launch pad and show you. Okay, here we are back at the launch pad, and basically what we've got is 4 legs. These are the purple bearings here. So there are 8 articulated joints, 2 for each leg. One lets it swing, if I can get up here somehow. Hang on, let me, actually, you know what? I'm going to hop up one of the legs. That's the best way. Basically, one allows the leg to swivel in the horizontal plane, and the other one allows it to swivel in the vertical plane. And just with some timing with the controller box, which lets you basically actuate each bearing a number of degrees and sequence through it, you can get this thing to step forward. So I'll show you how to sort of put it together, and I'll give you another look at the controller box so you can copy down the values. But what I'll probably do first is just jump into the chair, get rid of that. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a little bit excited, ready to go. Actually, what I'll do is I'll slow down the controller box so you can watch the sequence. We can do that like that, and get back up into here, and you'll sort of see what it does. It lifts 2 legs, moves them forward, puts them down, swivels them backwards, and then the other 2 lift and go forwards at the same time. And it sort of goes in this sort of, I don't know, what would you call it? It's almost like the way a crab would walk. Not a crab, sorry, a spider or something like that. And it just, heads along like that. The suspension makes the ride a little, gives it a little bit more grip on the ground and stops it bouncing around. And it goes along like that. So, how do you make it? Well, it's pretty straightforward. You just start with just some sort of platform like this. And as I said, there was 2 bearings, one like that, and basically that would come out like this. And then there's another bearing like that, and then you'd come out like this a little bit, and that's the leg. Now you can bring it down. It doesn't matter how you want. It could be as simple as that. And as you can see, one will let it, how can I demonstrate this? By putting a chair on there, grabbing this guy and connecting it to that bearing, getting rid of the lift. All right, so you can see one moves the leg like that, okay, and the other one, which, I wonder if I can do that. I don't know what's going to happen here. And the other one will lift it up and down. That's probably a terrible way of showing you. And the other one will move the leg up and down like that. Now, pretty much you would put 4 of these on each corner. You'd grab yourself a controller, which is there, and you'd put your controller down. And as you can see, there's no bearings connected. So if I grab the connector here, run it into the lift bearing first. Actually, I need to take that off. Connect that to that one first, and then to this one. Away we go. You'll see that now 2 bearings have come up. And you can see from over here that then you can basically set the static starting state of the bearings, what number of degrees they are, and then the sequence, like that. You would put each of the spider legs or whatever in each corner, and you basically operate 2 of the diagonal ones in the same sort of motion, switching then to the other 2 diagonal legs. Okay, so if we come over to the working model here, if I jump up on this lift, it'll give us a better view. You can see how these things are configured. Now, you can number them and label them and do the sequence yourself any way you like, but what I've done here is I've got the lifting bearing, so that lifts and lowers this particular foot. Number 1, diagonally opposite, the lift bearing for that one over there. And then back to here is the swing bearing. So that allows the leg to swing forwards or backwards. That's 3. And then 4 is the swing of that front right. And then it just starts again. 5 is the lift bearing for the back right. And then the front left is 6. So 5, 6, and then back over here, 7, 8. Then if we look at the controller box, now that you know how they're configured, that was the seat, not the controller box. So here we are in the rotation editor. I'm not sort of going to go through all this. It would get a bit complicated, take us 20 minutes just to explain it. But basically the legs start in a particular state. 2 diagonal ones start down, 2 of them start up, the other 2 start up. Then they swing, sort of push the thing forward, and at the same time the other 2 ones that are up swing forward, and you could see that when we did it sort of in slow motion. So here's the first 2 diagonals, the front right and rear left, and you can see here you can copy all that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's 5, 6, 7, 8. You can freeze that, have a look at how it works. So these legs operate in a 60 degree swing, and it seems to work pretty well. So if we go down here and jump back in, I think I've got it set to really slow. Yeah, I'll speed it up a little. I'd love it if you could actually make it even faster, like really fast. Then it'd you almost be able to trot along. So can it get over? Yeah. So it's working. There it goes. It's sort of swiveling itself along. And what happens is this driver's seat, when you press the S key, which is reverse, it actually just reverses the sequence and it can go backwards. Now, for the steering, that's pretty straightforward as well. I've connected the steering wheel to these bearings here, just articulating the back. And I can't show you unless I'm in the seat. See that? Just easy, almost exactly the same as if you had a car and you're steering that. You don't have to have that, but the thing will only go straight. This allows you some control, but bear in mind when you hit bumps and things, this thing's going to squirrel around and sort of go left and right anyway. Anyway, it's all pretty cool. I like it. It's the Octo Spider Crab Walker thing, and I thought it was pretty good. Okay, guys, this was just a quick one to show you some of the scrap mechanics stuff I was working on. And if you enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, hit the subscribe if you haven't done so, because we do a lot of cool stuff around here. There's definitely going to be some more flying things, because I've got to work out more stuff. There's definitely a lot of potential here, and it just takes time. You can go off on a tangent thinking, oh, I've solved it, I'm going to do it this way. You know, a few hours later, it doesn't work. And trying to work out the physics model in this thing is a little bit difficult, because we don't exactly know how it works. And so far, I'm positive that gravity isn't the same as Earth. But anyway, that's a separate debate. But I hope you liked my tetrapod, quadrupod. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, animal with 4 legs, crab, spider thing. I thought it was pretty cool. This has been Snow Crash. I'll catch you later. See you in the next one, guys.